All right, guys, thanks for checking out this video. To follow along, go to ucprivatecourses.com so you can order your own foam core to replace your existing foam core in your foam and feather inserts. That's quite a mouthful.
That is, man. You did a great job. You know, it's going to be so simple when you're finished. You're going to think, why didn't I do this years ago?
That's true.
So, say you get started on your project and you pull your inserts out of your cover, and a lot of videos out there, including ours, talks about this poly foam with poly batting.
Right.
But you pull yours out and look, you have this and you want to keep this, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's a lot different. This is actually a foam and feather insert, all right? It's very nice because it mimics an all feather insert, which is high quality.
It is.
The nice thing about this one, though, is since it has that foam core, it gives you more support. So you want to be able to keep your feathers and just replace the foam. And that's how we're going to show you how to do it, is undoing the seam in the back, taking out the foam, measuring it, replacing it, and putting it back in. So it's a different method than the other one. It's fast, it's simple, and it saves you money.
Right, so let's get busy. I'm going to show you how to do that. If this is your application, you got the right video.
Let's do it.
Okay, now that I got the insert out of the cover here.
Yep.
First thing you're going to want to look for is your foam in good enough shape to give proper sharp measurements.
Right, because it could be a little warped, right? After a while.
Absolutely, yeah, after a while. So what you can do is take a simple steamer, that's what we have here, and it will bring back the sharp, clean edges so you can get a proper measurement. Now, if you don't have a steamer, if you have an iron.
Right, sometimes they have that function where it's like continuous steam. You can use that, but just don't put the iron on the actual foam.
No, you don't want to have contact with the foam. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is measure. Now, you might have seen our other videos in the past with the poly over here, this example. It's different. That's why we're doing this video separately, because with this application, you want the exact measurements. And
because
what we mean by that,
cover here. Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is 23. You're going to order
23.
Exactly. So if the front to the back, this is the width, by the way, in case those who don't know, this is the depth. Okay, from here to there is 22. You're going to order
22.
Exactly. So the thickness of the foam here is 5 inches, and you know the rest. You're going to order 5. Okay. So I like this particular one, Grant, because this one here goes to a tight back sofa. Okay?
Right, and this is a unique but prevalent, I would say, scenario.
Right, because if you have these pointy ends here, some people call them dog ears. I don't really know why. I don't care. But if you have these, you may think, well, how am I going to explain to Grant and Paul to do these measurements?
Right.
You're not going to have to. All you're going to do is simply go in the middle from front to back, and it's 22, 22, and simply order the 22. What you can do in the corners here is just simply take a poly fill from like an old throw pillow, something like that. Would you say a bed pillow maybe?
Bed pillow would be a good example, or you can honestly just rip it off the old one if you wanted to.
Well, that's true too, right? Yeah, you can just put it right in the corner because that's not going to give you any support. You're not going to get any comfort way back there. That's just so it fits nicely against the tight back sofa or chair.
Exactly, so there's no gap right there.
Right, so it's really good. So you don't want to order it where it's too big because it's going to push your cover away from the inside back and look silly. So we don't want that. You don't need to do that. Simply just do the center measurements from here. This one happens to be, what was it, 22?
22.
We would order 22 and put some poly in the corners there. Simple, easy, no confusion.
Yeah, right. So now, since we went over this, the first thing that you want to do on our website, it sounds a little bit backwards, but it is important, is to go ahead and do the compression first. Then you can put all of your measurements in there. But we want to make sure that you knew to do the measurements exactly as they are, because that is different and extremely important, but you guys get that now.
Yeah, don't add anything to those measurements.
Exactly. Now we're going to talk about compression. Compression is basically the firmness of your actual insert, and it depends on how thick your insert is.
Let's say this one's 5. So
this one's 5 inches. If you want a soft feel that kind of mimics feather, it's the best scenario to mimic all feather, I should say, would be 26. So you're going to do a soft 26 compression. If you want something with a little bit more support, we would suggest a 35, right? Again, this is all with a thickness, foam thickness of about 5 to 6, all right?
And it's just a recommendation, though.
Exactly, it's just a recommendation, maybe even 4 inch. So 4 to 6 inch, you're looking at those compressions. Again, 26 is soft, 35 is medium. Let's say you're going a little bit lower. You're doing a 3 inch. With 3 inch, you want to start off with a 35.
Right.
26, since it's only 3 inches that you're dealing with, is going to be too soft.
Way too soft, yeah. That's good advice, very good advice.
Okay.
You're going to need more support. There's not much foam there to support you, so you got to go firmer.
Exactly. Now, let's say you're starting off with a 2 inch thick piece of foam. We would suggest 45. These are all just suggestions. You guys can figure this out. But if you do need some help, go ahead and contact me on the live chat. It's on our website. It's very simple. It's just like instant messaging. I'll get back to you guys and let you know instantly.
Yeah, he's very helpful.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's take into consideration your platform, because we do discuss quite often on the phone with people going through this, which we do like because we want you to be extremely happy.
Right. It keeps the furniture out of the landfill.
It absolutely does. Yeah. No doubt. And we're serious about that, okay? And most of your problems with your furniture is the cushions themselves. It's usually not the fabric. Usually not, okay? So that being said, your platform makes a difference. Now, for those who don't know, a platform is what the cushions sit on, okay? Right. So, for example, if this were your platform, this table, then you would want to do a soft foam.
Right, because this platform is very firm.
Right, like sofa beds, okay, they're pretty much firm. I would fall under the firm category. So you'd want to do a softer foam on there. But now there's other cases where people are sinking way down. They can't get out. They're like helping their friends out of there.
The actual platform is too soft. Then you want to do a 35.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Again, it kind of makes sense. It's just whatever the opposite of your platform is. Firm, then do a soft. Soft, and do a firm.
Right.
Again, if you need some help, feel free just to go ahead and contact me on the live chat. It's very simple, and I'll help you out through that. The one thing that is last about this one that's a little bit unique is that it has actual poly wrap or Decor on there.
Decor, right. So we use two different names. They're interchangeable. Decoron's like the name brand.
Like Kleenex, but it's still a tissue.
Right, exactly. So this is poly batting. That's the generic name, okay?
Right.
So this one has it only in the front, Grant. Why would they only put it in the front?
Well, because they didn't put any polyfill or feathers in the front area here, and you need that crown. Otherwise, it's going to look flat, and that's not going to look good.
Boring.
Right.
Very boring.
Right. So with this one in particular, we would highly suggest to go ahead and do some Decor wrap, just like this insert has on here. But in all reality, we would suggest doing it for all of them, even if it doesn't come with the Decor, even if your foam just came as just foam.
Right, you just, as Grant's saying, getting the poly is not a bad idea for a couple of reasons. Right, it's not only going to come to you the exact size, so it's not, whatever you put in there is what we're going to give you, and you want to follow these directions appropriately for this, okay? But you're going to have poly in there. It's good advice because the feather or the poly that's in this case, fill, it gets beaten up over time too. So this is going to give it a little bit more of that rise, a little bit more of that crown, more of that more comfortable feel, or mainly comfortable look, okay?
And one other thing too is that the actual Decor wrap does make it a little bit easier to put it inside your covers, even this cover right here. So again, we would suggest doing Decor wrap even if your current insert does not have it. For those two reasons, to add a little bit more crown and make it easier to put it inside your cover.
Worst case scenario, it's like, well, it's too big, I can't get it. I'm probably not going to be the case.
No.
But you have it in case you could use it. It'll give you more fill, and if it's just not working out, take it off.
Right, it's actually really easy to take off.
Right, just peel it right on off and use it somewhere else, some other application in your house. You know what, they're great for literally, I'm not kidding, for like the Swiffers, I mean, with this floor we have in here, smooth. I love this concrete floor, and I sweep the floor with this stuff. It works beautifully, so use it for that.
Just so you guys can see this, obviously it holds on there, but if you're trying to pull it off, you can pull it off. It's really simple. It does hold on there, so don't worry. You're like, hey, wait, I want to make sure this thing holds on. If it does, if you do want it, it does hold on.
It holds on.
But if you're pulling at it, you can obviously take it off. Okay?
Right, and use it for a different application instead of just throwing it in the trash. Okay?
Exactly.
So we're trying to take care of you 100% from the beginning to the end. We're going to give you something that we know is going to give a great product, and you're covered either way.
Exactly.
I guess no pun intended.
That's funny.
Okay, so the next step is what?
All right, so we don't have a new insert for this one because this is just a showpiece. This is a test. We saved this back from an old client of ours, and now what we're going to do is put it back inside here and then sew it back up so you guys can see the finished thing of sewing it too. So we're not going to leave you hanging.
No.
And you're just like, well, you just left me with an insert and now a cover, and I don't know how to close it up. So we're going to do that real quick.
Simple, easy stitch called a whip stitch. Call it whatever you want, or a potato stack stitch. If you want to get fancy, you can, but you're going to see it in the B-roll. It's just a simple over until it's all done. Tighten a knot, you're all done. Slide it back into your original cover. Sit down and enjoy a nice movie with your family. It's going to be great.
Obviously. All right, so let's go ahead and do it.
Give you an idea of how to do the thread in case you don't know. For those who don't, certainly get a long enough thread here, and then at the end tie a knot. Keep grabbing the wrong one. Okay, like that. Wrap it around your 2 fingers there a couple of times. Pull it on through. I hope you can see that, Grant.
It's a little bit hard to see.
I'm just simply making a loop and then pulling the threads through. That's it. It's simple.
So it's making a knot between the 2 threads. So basically you take a really long thread, break it in the middle for the needle, right? Yes. So you have 2 threads at the end.
Exactly. And now I ran out of thread earlier, so I had to put another one in there. So then I just simply go through here like this. And then back through. It came back around. It's a curved needle. You don't have to have a curved needle. And then I'm down at the knot here. I'm at the knot, and I put the needle through the knot. Okay? And now it's caught. Like that. You can do that a couple times if you want. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, now it's caught earlier, but it's fine. It's going to stay. And then going over and under. That's all I'm doing. Just like that.
So straight through both sides, just pulling it through and doing the exact same thing over and over again.
Yep. The knot got caught on itself, but it's going to hold. It's fine. It doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, it's going to be inside the cover.
Exactly.
So you're not going to be taking this out for years to come. So anyhow.
So whatever the simplest stitch that you know how to close it up, go ahead and use. It doesn't really matter.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. So can you see what I'm doing? Okay. I'm just simply going over top. When it's a long thread, sometimes it can get caught up on itself. So I try not to go too far ahead. You can go a few loops.
Let me see if I can get around this right here to get a better camera view.
See, I did a couple, but when it gets long, sometimes it can get caught on itself. It's a little faster if you do 2 at a time. About a ½ inch apart. See, it's not going anywhere.
No.
So I'm going to finish that up here, and simply I'll show you how to end the knot, and that's it.
All right.
Okay, so we're coming to the end here, and to close it, tie it off, just to help you out a little bit, I go in through the other side. I have this loop of both of the threads, okay? And then just take the other end here and wrap it around a few times around the needle, okay? And then pull it on up, and it ties down like that. Cut, say about right here, and then simply tie these into a knot. Like that. I do it 2 times. Okay. You can do more if you want, but no big deal. Make sure your thread's of good quality too. Okay, there you go. That thing is not coming out. It's a simple stitch, easy to go. Cushion can be used now. Throw it into the covers and enjoy it.
All right, guys, so hopefully you found this video to be helpful for replacing the foam core in your foam and feather inserts.
Yeah, that cushion's going to perform like new if you follow these steps. So, hey, and don't forget to share, because we're getting some positive feedback. A lot of people say, hey, I was at a friend's house and I was using their couch and they said they got new foam from us and it worked out great. Even no matter where you get the foam from, keep that furniture out of the landfill. It's not necessary. Keep it a little bit longer.
Definitely, definitely. And just in case if this video wasn't to your needs or like it didn't fulfill your needs perfectly, we have other videos when it comes to foam. So let's say you have an L or a T cushion, or let's say you want to replace this whole insert with all foam in Decor.
We can help.
Then we can go ahead and help you with that. Check out that video. There are different methods for doing those. Check it out and you'll be fine.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Definitely.
Again, please share.
We'll see you guys next time.